We are here.
We are here. Good
Monday.
Monday morning.
Good Monday morning, October the 13th. I always have to remind myself of the date because this year just seems to be flying by.
Well, you know, that happened, when we were working on Creative and I was like, it is October 6th and it was September 29th. So welcome to Extol Unfiltered, caffeinated by NWSB. We actually have a representative, a very well-known representative from not only NWSB, but IUS, or otherwise known as IU Southeast.
We have some big players in the community coming on the show.
We do. Ben, I always love when you throw out there, though, we love to hear where people are coming from today.
Yeah, let us know. Say hello, just drop in the comments, represent your town, your community, whether in southern Indiana, Kentucky, or beyond.
Let's
hear from you.
Well, let's hear from you first, because the last few days have been absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, we're going to continue this weather just like this, just all sunshine here for the rest of this work week. Our brand new work week featuring highs in the 70s and lows in the 50s, and dry, pleasant weather continues, low humidity. So these cool nights where you can kind of crack open the window, and it's energy efficient weather as well. You really don't need the heat. You really don't need the AC. So we'll stay dry through the work week. We'll get some changes this weekend. It looks like, Angie, with a chance of some showers and thunderstorms by late Saturday and into maybe early Sunday. So, and by that time, we kind of deserve some rain after this long, dry stretch once again we've been in.
So one of my, actually not even least favorite, if you ever come into Extol Studios, you will know that I love plants. I hate mums. I loathe them. I just hate them so much. They're beautiful.
Now why do you hate mums?
They're so difficult. And
they are a little
so gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I every morning, because I live up a hill and we have this huge mum, like little fall display in the middle of our hill. So I always bring like extra water bottles to keep on watering it, because we're not going to get any rain until potentially.
Correct. And it's almost a full-time job around here with all
these
plants.
But you know what? Coming in on a Sunday where nobody's here and I'm blasting the music. We've got our cats, Ginger and Elvira. It takes me about an hour and a half to water all of the plants.
This was the first year that my wife and I didn't murder all the plants around our house, because we watered every day. And it's amazing what happens when you water the plants.
It is amazing. And so much joy. Well, speaking of joy, saw some of your posts this weekend. What did you do?
Busy weekend. I picked up Hannah from IU, and so we had her around this weekend, her little fall break. Did some golfing Saturday for the Borden Braves basketball team out at Old Cap in Corden. Beautiful weather, obviously, for all of that. And then Saturday evening, we went to LOPH, the church, Our Lady of Perpetual Hops. It was Rosie and the Rockabillys band.
She's amazing.
So we knew the bassist there, Eric Bell. And so that band was rocking it up Saturday evening. And that's DJ Zip right there with Lions Roofing, who's a part of Extol Weather.
Oh, so that's who that is.
And we were out there on the dance floor. Tried to get my wife out there, but I think she was a little embarrassed of me out on the dance floor. But having a good time. And then Sunday, that was on that picture on the left. Yesterday, we were out at first big walking tour of the IU Bloomington campus for us. So it was beautiful out there.
How's Hannah doing at IU?
Doing great. And what a year to be at IU when they just beat the highest ranked team they've ever beat. The Oregon Ducks went down Saturday. So that was a big time for all the Hoosier fans.
IU is making the national news right now with that. We'll have a quick hello here. Can you see it from there?
Carol
Jean
Osterritter, I think that's how we say it.
Yep.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. Any idea from where?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
All right.
Let us know where you're tuning in from there, Carol.
We would love to know that. Well, this weekend was all things soccer. You can kind of tell my voice is a little yesterday.
A little hoarse.
I had no voice whatsoever. And it was really frustrating and kind of fun. But had an all things soccer weekend, definitely a soccer mom. My kiddo, Olive, started playing when she was 3. I was Coach Mommy, loved it. Now she has a real coach. I know enough soccer, but now she's the real one. She plays for Southern Indiana United. And it was 2 games on Saturday and a game on Sunday. Tough loss on Sunday. I love the competitiveness, though, of those girls. They're 9 in that age range.
And the
right
field's
there.
big, and so you got to
And
yell.
getting bigger.
And that's
And
the
getting
voice
bigger.
thing, probably.
And I mean, I am very active. I'm
Yeah.
very active. I'm very competitive. So is Olive. So is her dad. So, and she scored, and it was pure teamwork, though, because the passes came from her team. But she scored 3 points in a 3-0
Wow.
win. And then she scored the 1 point in the loss on Sunday. But after that, that gave us the opportunity to head to Harvest Homecoming. And so there I got her dad to pose with her, and that one is on the left side of the screen. There's Olive in her soccer uniform with, of course, the pumpkin. And then on the right-hand side is Sheriff Bush. Loved seeing the presence of, New Albany Police Department, the Sheriff's Department. It felt very safe. And if you went to Harvest, weigh in. Some people, the crowds seemed maybe a little bit down, but I talked to some people in retail, and people said that the numbers were down, but their sales were up. Then there were others who the sales were a little bit down, but such a different kind of vibe there.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to go, but my son, he was at a booth for a few hours helping out.
Oh, so he
yeah.
did?
So
So
he
he
was
was
down
there to
there.
work?
Yeah, I was like, hey, take some pictures. I want to see what it looks like down there. And he goes, I'm going to be honest, I forgot to take pictures.
He was working, right? Yeah. That's Olive joined her dad, and she actually sold mushrooms and mozzarella sticks.
Oh, nice.
2 days.
Fried mushrooms?
That's one of her favorite things to do, and I will tell you that kid came home with some tips. She would just talk people in.
Very
They'd
nice.
come by, and she would just talk them into buying something. Well, Ben, before we bring our guests on, we have our event of the week. But first, we're going to take a look at an event. This is a Save the Date, and it's Event of the Week presented by Rasmussen Chiropractic here on Extol Unfiltered, caffeinated by NWSB. Once again, save the date for the 31st Annual Rotary Community Toast and Benefit Banquet, honoring the one and only Dan Christian.
A few weeks away.
It is a few weeks away. That's November 7th at 5:30 p.m. And then the proceeds from that benefit St. Elizabeth's, which I love, and that is definitely a heart cause for Dan, but then also Prosser's Heavy Highway program. So that one we're taking a look away, but then just going to share just a really quick video, especially for the ladies coming up this Thursday. It's a combination between Board and You and Belatox benefiting breast cancer. Here you go.
Julie and Sarah, Belatox is teaming up with Board and You here in downtown New Albany because it's October, which of course is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You've got a great event coming up on October 16th.
We're so excited, and come join us. If you come in that evening, they are graciously going to donate 10% from the whole evening. So come join us, get something to eat. We'll be there from 5 to 7:30. But yes, we're looking forward to it. The 16th of this month.
But then also Belatox, and the wonderful Sarah, you are offering something as well.
Yes, so we have the Survivor's Glow Facial that we'll be giving back 10% as well.
What does that entail? Because Sarah facials are top of the line. Top of the line.
So just envision tightening, toning, glassy skin.
You give back, you embrace your customers here, but this is a month that is near and dear to your hearts because you know people.
Yeah. Our nurse practitioner, it was actually her idea. So she just came on, Kelsey, and she actually works at U of L Cancer Center and has a survivor as well. So she's like, I pick a charity every year. Please let me do something to give back. So we're going to do Power of the Pink for her. Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And the best way to keep up with what you're doing, of course, your socials.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
We can find you there. Okay, thanks. We'll see you on
Thank you.
October 16th.
See you there.
I love Belatox and Board and You, but you know what else? I love having Pat Daly from NWSB and also Joe Glover joining us this morning.
Good morning.
And we're talking about IUS Fest, and we'll bring in your part on there coming up soon. Joe, just a little overview, because then we're going to bring Megan Hicks on in just a little bit to really deep dive into what is IUS Fest.
Sure. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for having us this morning. So IUS Fest is really, it's one of those things that it's one of the things I love the most about the university. It's kind of us opening up the doors, saying everybody from the community, we want you to come and experience a wonderful fall afternoon to be able to learn more about the campus, but also just to have fun. I mean, that's really what it is. It's about families having fun together on a beautiful campus at a wonderful time of year for celebration. So it kind of combines kind of our homecoming, which is, traditionally you would have at a school that has football. So it's kind of like our homecoming, but also our open house kind of for the entire community. And so that's what we do. We do it every year. So I think we're going on 4 or 5 years now. And we've had, a couple thousand people come out, and it is just a wonderful day to celebrate and have a great family day.
Now, Pat, NWSB, I mean, community matters in so many ways. You support so many causes, nonprofits, and without you, I mean, I've had people say, we don't know what we would do. That's near and dear to the mission.
Sure, that's one of our core values is to support the communities that we are in, and we had an opportunity to jump in with IUS and support this great event. And we're really we're excited about it. All of our employees, just everybody that's kind of pulling together. And it's a great time of the year. It's right before Halloween. We hope that there's a lot of kids out there having fun and, looking forward to it.
It's going to be fun.
Ben, can you give us a October 25th?
I took a peek ahead at the weather because I knew I'd get that question. Actually, this weekend we got a rain chance, but I looked ahead. It looks like right now it looks nice, cool, and dry. So we'll just keep crossing our fingers on that one.
You've done your work, Ben.
Yeah.
Good job.
I'll try to keep doing a good job.
Well, not only that, but you need to know this. So Ben's wife, Sarah, that's her birthday. But you can go and enjoy meeting Ben in person at IUS Fest. He'll be hanging out with NWSB. I mean, Pat, we've got the fun truck, and we'll have other representatives who are there having a good time with the activities.
Yeah, we'll have a lot of our employees out there just enjoying the day, and then several of us just representing the bank and doing what we can to help out, and really looking forward to it.
And we expect a big crowd. We one of the things we love, we invite all of our alumni. A lot of people don't realize we have 38,000 IU Southeast alumni, living alumni. One of them right here, this guy right here. Yeah, one of our alums. And
It took me 12 years. But
Hey, that's all right. That's all right.
Oh, nice.
But we're excited to bring them out, and it's one of those things where we have trunk or treat, and Megan will talk a little bit more about this. But the kids come out, they can paint pumpkins, they can walk the campus. There's also an educational component, right? We're a university. We love to have our professors out there, and one of the most favorite things that happen is our science professors get out there, and they've got some really good chemistry experiments they like to do, and the kids get a blast out of that. Getting to learn and getting to have a good time.
they don't blow anything up, do they?
Well, you never know.
We're all for those kinds of events, right? Safely, that's for sure.
Part of STEM education is learning how to fail and just keep
right.
going. So that's part of it.
Pat, I've known you for a long time and had no idea that you were an alum. I think that's amazing. And I mean, throwing it out that it took you 12 years.
No, I'm just joking.
It took you a little time.
It seemed like 12.
It felt like it. But in reality, I mean, I have even seen some of the different courses for continuing education for people. I mean, IUS offers something for everyone. And we have a host of either alums or people on our team who started at IUS and maybe transferred, but still call IUS home. Joe, you make that really easy.
Well, we try. And like I said, it's one of the things, and that's why I love this partnership with NWSB, because our missions, when we were talking about this, they align so much together because we just deeply care about our community. We deeply care about this region in Southern Indiana and in the Louisville metro area, and just being able to support all that entails. And we're coming off of a weekend with Harvest Homecoming that we got to see a lot of that in downtown New Albany. And, it's just a great partnership with NWSB to be able to do that, because again, when you have missions that align like that, it just makes everything else just work work together. And as far as the university goes, we do. We that's one of the things I think that hopefully people have seen in the last few years. Debbie Ford, our new chancellor, has really brought a whole lot of energy into the university, and we're really focused on more collaboration, more partnerships, getting out in the community more, and making sure that we really are showcasing all the assets that we have out there on Grant Line Road for all the community to be able to benefit in so many different ways and ways that people probably would never even think of. And so that's our job, really, to get out there and to make sure that we're helping the community and that we're helping lift this entire region.
I'll never forget emceeing one of the River Hills dinners, and she was the new chancellor, and she spoke, and she's speaking to this group, and she gives out her email, not her admin, not her somebody else on staff, but she meant it. She meant it. Contact me. And I mean, Pat, as CEO of NWSB, that just continues to grow. You're the same way. And it just having, Joe, you as well, having leaders who are so approachable, I think it means so much to our community.
We try, and I will tell you, almost all of our employees who would need to have a business card have their cell phones on their business card and their email. So, if you live in this community, you need to be accessible, and sometimes you got to tell people, hey, I got to get back to you to find out that answer, but that's okay too, as long as you respond.
That's for sure.
And I can attest to that because, changing careers, I needed some financial stability. And through NWSB, got the home equity line of credit and that kind of thing. It was really easy, obviously really friendly folks there as well. But you're vice chancellor, right?
Yes.
Okay, but you're a big sports guy for a very long time. This
That's
is kind of
right.
a homecoming, IUS Fest, right? So
It is.
So where are we at in sports this season?
And so it's actually one of the best seasons we've ever had in athletics at IU Southeast. So volleyball's off to their best start in 20 years. It's really been just a tremendous just turnaround. We have a new coach who's a Providence graduate, Taylor, who's doing an amazing job and continues to just set the trajectory for the program in a whole new way. And then an exciting thing for us is golf. Golf has started at IU Southeast. So we have a men's and women's golf program. Not only have they started and done a great job, but with men's golf, they finished, I want to say, in the top, I think their first tournament, they finished second in the tournament, and their first ever. And then the women's golf team, what was unbelievable about them and what they were able to do is that they ended up winning the River States Conference Fall Preview, one of the tournaments. So not only, that's just unheard of when you start a program, right? You start a program from scratch, and we love golf. Pat and I were talking about that a little bit beforehand, and just to be able to see that, you too, playing this weekend at Old Cap, but being able to have a golf team at IU Southeast in this community, it's something we wanted to do for years. We've got a lot of support from the community to be able to make that happen and make it a reality. A lot of great donors who've helped make that a reality, and to be able to see our students that are from this community be able to thrive already is just an amazing.
What's kind of your home course?
So home course for us is Covered Bridge. So we've got a great community there. But I will say, what's been so great about it is while that's our home course, places like Old Capitol, places we've had support from all of the courses in the area to be able to help our student athletes and to be able to support the program and rally behind it. And that's, again, some of that special sauce that is Southern Indiana, right? It's everybody coming together and saying, hey, we want to rally around these local students. We want to make sure they have a great experience, and certainly that's been the case. And they're doing well. They're representing us well.
Very nice. Yeah, my daughter was in the club volleyball circuit for a long time. My son's deep into golf. I used to coach golf. And so I've seen that talent here locally, homegrown, throughout our high schools. So no surprise, you guys are doing great.
And now, hopefully one of these days, we'll knock on wood here, we're going to get soccer up and going one day, and that's something that we've wanted to do for years. And I know we've got it. I've got to get it for Olive. We got to get it for.
Nine, Joe. She's 9, and I think she's going to want to go fly the coop. Right now, she would tell you, Mommy, I want you to be right near me. Well, then you know where we want you to play soccer.
That's right.
That's my backyard.
You never know. So we're one of those things where we're really trying to come up with again, just new ways to support the community and support our local students. And so a lot of work to do to make that a reality, but we're committed to trying to make that happen and continuing to just again, I think the whole thing when you talk about IU Southeast is about giving opportunity to those in this community to be able to help change. And you look at those 38,000 alumni, you got people like this guy who are doing amazing things in our community, but the list is long of individuals who are really shaping this community and leading this community, leading this region, and even some that are out of this region that are doing great things around the United States or even abroad. So a lot of good stories. We'll have to, maybe that's a segment idea in the future to talk about some of those success stories. There are so many people that are out there that came from IU Southeast in New Albany that are doing amazing work.
But let's also go ahead and throw Joe Glover in there. I mean, he's vice chancellor, and if you've known Joe and you've had that opportunity to watch the trajectory of your career, I mean, you've earned that by, I mean, hands down. But the way you embrace this community, Joe, it's the same thing. I mean, you're right in there. So we're going to put Joe number one in that segment.
His reputation precedes him in a good way.
does.
Every time his name is thrown around. Yeah.
It definitely does.
That check must have cleared NWSB really good. You did a good job of clearing that check fast for those comments. But no, thank you. I really do appreciate it. I love this community, and I love, it's one of those things where it's when you're a part of it, when you're from this area, you just feel it. And the only reason why I have that is because so many people poured into me for many, many years, going back to even high school and junior high school. I remember this community supported me in so many ways, and so that because we do that as a community, that you build people that are able to do that. So very lucky.
And I've noticed that from changing careers. Like when I worked in downtown Louisville every day, I kind of skipped over our community right down I-65 into downtown Louisville. And then after 11 years living here, I'm like, wow, the connection's right here in Southern Indiana. I mean, everybody knows everybody. People you know wherever you go.
That's right.
All right, IUS Fest presented by NWSB, just like Extol Unfiltered, except we're caffeinated by NWSB. But IUS Fest is 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on October 25th. Ben is swearing that the weather is going to be amazing. It is at IU Southeast, and if you don't know where that is, it's 4201 Grant Line Road here in New Albany. Free admission, free food, and you can visit, if you look on your screen and also in the comments, you can see that very simple website address to get more details. I'm going to take that banner out. I love this. Perry Porter says, go Big Red.
Go Big Red. Back to sports. Volleyball still continues for a little while, so if friends and families can maybe catch some games.
Well, and actually, IUS Fest is a perfect opportunity for that. So at 1 o'clock that day, we actually have a home volleyball match against IU Columbus, and so that is a perfect opportunity to come. Enjoy everything at IUS Fest, get a great lunch there on campus, and then go over to the volleyball match and be able to see them play. And you can see it for yourself, just how talented they are. And the thing I love again about our students and student athletes is they are a part of this community as well. So they love having the kids out there. They love being able to interact with them and to be able to talk to them. And it's just a great family atmosphere. So I would encourage everybody to do that, and you can see it for yourself. But there will be a lot of opportunities again. 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on October 25th. They're on campus, and we encourage you to bring your families, encourage you to invite others. There's really, we want anyone from this region to be able to come and enjoy it, and maybe it's your first time to campus. We have a lot of people where we've said, hey, that's the first time we've been to IU Southeast is at IUS Fest, and that's great. You can learn a little bit more about what we're about and see our beautiful campus. And for those who haven't been on the campus, it is beautiful. It is, Ben was talking about Bloomington and walking on that campus yesterday. We have a lot of people that compare the walk and kind of the look of those campuses in Southern Indiana. There's a lot more limestone in Bloomington, but as far as regional campuses go, you don't get a more beautiful campus than IU Southeast.
I drive by it every day. I'm always jealous of the grass out there. I'm like, how do they mow all that beautiful green grass?
Hey, you let me know. I'll get you out there. We'll get you on a lawnmower. We'll take care of you, Ben.
Ben's next gig. There we go. All right. Well, coming up in just a few minutes, Megan is going to jump on with us and talk about the details of IUS Fest. We also have our own Colin Wood, who's going to show inside Extol with, I think, one of the coolest videos that we've created. But for the interim, check out our new Extol Unfiltered Caffeinated by NWSB commercial. You'll recognize a few faces.
Extol Unfiltered, 9 a.m. Mondays, caffeinated by NWSB.
Some mornings, one cup just isn't enough.
And that's why at NWSB, it's banking the way you want, from people you know wherever you go.
And Extol Unfiltered, the same idea. Southern Indiana tidbits and topics from people you know the way you want. Only better.
Now that's worth a refill.
All in one take there, by the way.
I mean, all in one take. We're a little spread out because we have some guests
Yep.
coming on here in just a second, but want to take a quick look outside again.
Beautiful start to the
So-
day. I mean,
It looks gorgeous.
we love October. I mean, a lot of people I hear, this is their favorite time of the year, right in the middle of fall and the autumn season, and we are just getting a treat here. And I feel like the last several years we've had some really amazing autumn seasons, and this is proving it once again here with 70s and sunshine today, and all the way through the work week. Lows will be in the 50s. As I mentioned earlier, it's just you don't really need the AC. You really don't need the heat. Energy-saving weather here for us, and it won't be until this weekend until we have a front that'll move through and give us some showers and thunderstorms. So we got a lot to enjoy here.
I did not turn on my heat, but there was a moment I was this close.
I did for a little bit. A little bit. I set it at 70. I think it was Saturday morning.
Did you?
The inside was like 65. I'm like, all right, we'll test it out. We'll burn off the dust a little
I
bit.
was so close. Well, we brought on Colin Wood. Colin has been, oh my goodness, a longtime member of the Extol team.
Right.
Colin, so I didn't tell you I was going to do this to you. I know you signed an NDA, but I'm going to go ahead and throw this in there.
Uh-oh.
So it has been a joy watching Colin go from working or from being a student at Floyd Central to making his dreams come true. He is one of the most talented individuals I've ever met, and he's going to take a little hiatus from Extol coming up here starting Monday to work on a full-fledged, massive movie. And that's all we can say about that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say more than that.
I can say it. He can't say it, but I know this. He's going to be working on a movie. We're really excited for you.
Yeah, congrats.
Yeah, I'm excited to start. I'm a little nervous, but I'm sure it'll go away once I get started.
I mean, we've all gone through that, right? That thing
That
where
just means you care when you're nervous.
Yes.
So that's good.
Right.
It does.
That's where it comes from for sure.
But I'm going to show you, it's a really quick video, but I'm showing you this because I think it is one of my favorite videos that we've produced for a variety of reasons. He was a champ because the assignment came down, and this Extol Unfiltered is produced by Extol. We are here, you always say Extol Studios on the corner of Vincennes and Market in downtown New Albany. And let's just take a look at this. And then Colin, I just want to talk quickly about how you accomplish this. Here we go.
I've never been so mesmerized by concrete before.
So good.
A lot.
Shooting in the
a lot
dark
of
too. That's
concrete.
got to be tough.
Yeah, no. Well, I did just invest in a new camera so that we could talk about that more.
But so, okay, first of all, you were at Prosser
Right.
for our client, AML Construction. And what time did you arrive?
5 o'clock. Not 5 o'clock p.m.
Took 'em for the
5
team with
o'clock
that one.
A.m.
Arrival time.
Yeah.
And then, so how long did you spend shooting? And I know, with construction, we've got a number of construction clients, so we all have learned construction takes time.
Right.
Yeah, safety's imperative.
So I got there at 5. I probably didn't start shooting until like 5:30. And the last time I looked at the clock before I left, it was like a time between 10 and 10:30.
And then you take that footage and then you edit it. And
Right.
so from beginning to end, how much time goes into something that's as beautiful as that?
Well, the edit itself took around like 3 to 3.5 hours.
Okay.
But I know that like we were definitely going for a specific look
Yeah.
when we went into this, so I kind of had an
Describe
idea.
that. Describe what that look, because I mean, when you titled, I loved this, when you titled the file, you said satisfy. Because that's a trend,
Yes.
right?
Well, because
That's a
there's
trend.
definitely like a crowd out there that likes those type of satisfying videos.
They sure do.
Concrete pouring is one of them. Kind of like those hot knife
That
videos that are like cutting into
Oh,
like
yeah.
just about everything. It's the same type of crowd, same type of niche. But so I thought like it definitely had to be slowed down and it had to be cinematic as far as lighting goes and stuff like that, because those things ultimately is like what makes a video satisfying, I guess you could say.
And that was satisfying. Our client loves it. You'll see it on their socials. When it comes to, and one of the reasons I want to bring you on is because, I mean, there's a lot that we do here at Extol, and people will be like, oh, don't you have a magazine? And I'll be like, well, and the funny thing about that, we published in March 2020, Wiley Brown from IUS, or at Indiana University Southeast, was on the cover, and then the world shut down. So we are far, far more than a magazine.
Yeah.
Ben Piney was our very first cover there, but we offer so much more than that. But Colin, one of the things that I mean, everybody on our team has such immense talent. But for people who are using, my phone is usually somewhere, using their phones or trying to create reels, can you try to break that down just for a second? Because when I think of you filming that amount of footage and how you pick what you're going to choose, what's something you can offer somebody who didn't go to school for it, doesn't have your experience, but when it comes to creating videos, whether it's for personal or professional, what's a tip to sort through, like, how do I pick that shot?
Well, I think like the basic things as far as like composition and like exposure just kind of comes like the longer that you do it. So it's just a lot of, I guess, just practicing with that. And you could shoot on your iPhone. Like iPhones do shoot good footage nowadays. But I guess as you get more into it, you'll start to progress to something more manual and want to explore a higher end camera that's actually just a camera.
Sure.
How important is the editing software? What you choose for that?
The editing software. So I use DaVinci when I edit, and a lot of people will tell you who are editors that the reason why they've made a switch over to DaVinci is because the superior coloring quality of it, and that's what sent me over. But then I also got like familiar with all the other features that it had to offer. So I think definitely editing software, like you're gonna have a lot more freedom when you're in a software such as like DaVinci Resolve in
What if you're a
iMovie.
simple person like me?
I was gonna say, or us, like us.
I think the phones now like already come with like iMovie for free, and I remember that was like the very first thing that I used, however many years
I
ago.
mean, things like CapCut, because you can find
even
trending
like
sounds.
like CapCut is super popular now,
I use
and
that.
they make
Same.
they make like those apps on your phone, they make them like really simple to use, and you could almost like do a lot of what you can on the app on a professional software, but on a professional software it's more in depth and you have more freedom in those like say like those effects and customization, I guess you could say.
For sure. Well, we're proud of you. We're going to miss you through your little hiatus. I am predicting, and I said it out loud multiple times to Colin, that this is his first foray to Hollywood, even though he doesn't want to live in Hollywood. You don't have to. That's the great part about living in this area. But I think this is a massive, massive step, and that we get to be a part of your journey. Really proud of you.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll see where it goes. Hopefully somewhere cool.
Well, you've already paved the pathway. So it's Monday, which means it is time for Ready, Set, Prep. And I actually ordered already. Take a look.
Ready Set Prep is a way to provide a service for people that may have a hard time finding places to eat just because of their dietary restrictions. We accommodate any sort of dietary restrictions. So if you're low carb or gluten-free or vegetarian or vegan, any of our meal prep meals can be adjusted that way. So we're located at 1222 State Street in New Albany, right down the road from Baptist Floyd Hospital. We are open Wednesday through Sunday, 9 to 4 o'clock.
I love Ready Set Prep.
Delicious.
Peggy and her team are wonderful. Well, we've been talking IUS Fest presented by NWSB on this morning on Extol Unfiltered, caffeinated by NWSB. And now we have Vice Chancellor Joe Glover joining us along with Megan Hicks. And Megan, you're chairing, having a little voice issue today, chairing IUS Fest committee.
That's correct. Yeah.
And loving the ghost.
Thank you. Yes, it is the season. Yeah.
It is the season.
If you know Megan, you'll know that she's always got the earrings, whatever.
love
I mean,
it.
that's her, and whatever she leads the way there.
I mean, so for people who have never attended, I have never attended. I can't wait. This will be my first year. Ben, have you attended?
Nope, it'll be my
So
first
this will
time
be
too.
your first year. What can we expect from IUS Fest?
Sure. So we started a couple of years ago. Joe kind of gave me some leeway to do something crazy. So we just started adding a bunch of stuff. And I do have a wonderful committee that helps plan this every year. And so from 11 to 2, we have themed areas. So we have a pumpkin painting area. We have trunk or treat. We have touch a truck. Where we're going to have a command mobile unit and some other fun things, fire trucks, things along those lines for people to do. And then we have our EduPlay stations, our EduPlay Park, and that's where each of our schools does something fun for the community that may also have like an educational piece to it. And like Joe mentioned earlier in the segment, our natural sciences department usually does a controlled explosion of some kind.
Love it.
So that's really popular with the community. And so all of our schools participate. All of our campus really participates. We have food trucks, we have inflatables, we have a beer and wine tent. So just a ton of stuff, something really for everybody. And it's great. Our whole campus community pitches in. We have, colleagues that volunteer that day. They're just volunteering their time. And our students have really taken up the mantle and started leading several of those areas. So we're just so grateful that everyone on campus and in the community has supported this and has made it what it is. So,
What's your favorite part?
ooh, good question. I
can answer for her, but
okay, what do you think it is?
tender vendor
Yeah.
and the horseradish sauce.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
which?
Tender vendor.
The tender vendor.
Tender vendor.
Oh,
But you got to get the horseradish. That's really, the chicken is just a method for getting the sauce.
I agree with that.
So yeah, definitely that. Also, IUS Fest really, it kicks off actually this coming weekend on Saturday with the car show put on by one of our student orgs. And so it kind of starts off and then it's just a full week of activities. We have a pageant. But my favorite thing, I think, actually happens during the week. It's the paddle boat regatta out on the lake at our lake at IU Southeast. So behind campus, our students get out in a paddle boat and race each other. And it's a lot of fun to watch. So
Anyway, I'm going to give Megan a lot of credit for this because this was a tradition. Those who may be watching who went to IU Southeast back in the 70s, maybe the 80s, this was a tradition that was huge back then. I mean, this was something that, the entire student body would be out there, and it disappeared for many, many years. And Megan has brought this back. And so I'd just be curious. I don't even know what led you to bring this back, because I know you've seen some photos on that. And
we have. So one of my other colleagues, Dawn Harvey, she always would bring me, she's sort of the historian for IUS in my life. And so she'll just bring me random stuff. And one day we came across this picture from a 1982, I think, regatta that they had done. And we were like, this would be so fun for IUS Fest. And so we brought it back for the first time last year since the 80s. And we actually had an IU alum who showed up at the event who participated in that last regatta. So it was kind of a nice full circle moment.
Where's the lake?
go ahead.
It's just right behind University Center North on campus.
Really?
there's a little shelter house and a little pond, lake.
Those who know that it's a great fishing spot.
That's
Anybody in the
true.
community, there's a lot of people that fish back there in that lake. Yeah, it's kind of a nice little hidden secret. Not so secret now that you're on Extol Media. But it's a great if you like to fish. It's a great little hidden gem there in New Albany.
Oh my goodness. So Joe, what's your favorite part?
My favorite part is really, as someone that has young children myself, right? I've got a 10-year-old and 6-year-old. I love just seeing the smiles, right? Like you look around and you see that little kid that's for the first time is in a fire truck because of our wonderful partners, or they get to Sheriff Bush, you mentioned him earlier. He always brings the mobile command center, so they get to go inside there and they're just smiling ear to ear when they're talking to an officer and they're learning about those types of things. Duke Energy sometimes will bring out their trucks, and you see the kids just in awe about that experience. And so for me, it's always the fun to see that, or really the edge of play park. I mean, that is really where I guess you really see the fulfillment of our mission at IU Southeast, because you see these students, these young children who are coming for fun, but then they don't even realize that they're learning something pretty cool. One of the experiments that our psychology department, our School of Social Sciences does is they have like a Jello mold of a brain, and so they ask the students like, what is their favorite taste, or what is their favorite smell, and they'll show them which part of the brain activates when they smell something or they taste something. And so it's just these little interactive experiences that turn into educational moments for students in a fun way. And so I think that's pretty special.
Well, you're an educational institution. You had to throw in some smart stuff and some fun stuff, but you never know when that might spark an interest that is a lifetime career or something.
That's exactly right. Yeah, we enjoy it. Again, it's really just about the youth. I mean, we're here to support them, and to see them just light up in that environment with all the things to do, it's a lot of fun.
And with NWSB as your presenting sponsor, you have free food, but it only goes so far.
Yes,
right?
while supplies last. Yep. So we usually advise people, if you want the free food, you got to get there right on time, because it goes quickly. Our vendors are prepared though to continue serving, so you want to bring some pocket money.
Bring a little money.
Yes.
Yes.
Because we will also have an ice cream truck that you can buy ice cream that day. So hopefully it'll be a little bit warmer than not, but ice cream's good anytime to me.
And another thing, Angie, that I think is really cool is that this time of year there's a lot of events, right, in the community. Our community does a great job. You've got events by the Parks Department. You have you just have these trunk or treats all over the community. And I think what's really neat is I think we've worked together with so many different organizations to kind of have our slot, right? And so there'll be other events throughout that day, being the Saturday before Halloween. And a lot of people, they'll tell us they'll come to IUS Fest to kick off their day, then they're going to go to another event, then they're going to go to another community event. I think there's another one in Georgetown later that evening. So it's just really neat to see kind of the community work together for those to be able to have a full day of fall fun.
Sure.
That's right. When it is a full day, and I'll let you all share those details that we have back up there again.
Yeah, so IUS Fest, Saturday, October 25th from 11 to 2 at the IU Southeast campus. Tons of fun for everyone, something for every person in your family or friend group, so we hope you'll join us.
And one of the things I'll just add there too is that a lot of people that maybe have been to the university in the past, they're used to the parking situation that we've always said. There's free parking at IU Southeast now. That's something that's changed a few years ago. So again, it will not cost you a dime to be able to come out and enjoy the day. It's beautiful. We like to do it that way, and we're able to do that because of wonderful partners like NWSB to allow us to be able to cover those expenses for the community to be able to come out and do that. So you can't get a more affordable opportunity to have a really great experience and great memories with your family than IUS Fest.
And if you would like to meet Ben will
I'll be out there 11 to 2. Yeah, it's like 12 days away, and we're trying to make it, hopefully this perfect weather will continue.
Crossing fingers. Yeah. All right, Ben, we're not going to blame you at all if something happens, right?
I'll keep you updated.
You will.
And I will just say that's a perfect time to say, rain or shine, we will continue with IUS Fest.
Yep.
So we have a wonderful campus with a lot of buildings, and we will move things inside, and we'll still have a lot of fun with that. So if Ben does mess up a little bit, we'll be able to bail him out. We'll be able to bail him out with that. So no worries, Ben.
There are some
got my back.
There are some buildings that we can go to. Fantastic. You'll be there I'll be there covering it. Our team will be there covering it, but you'll be there with NWSB again. You can meet Ben, our meteorologist, Ben Piney, in person, but also stick around for Ben at 10 today because we'll be talking more about IUS Fest presented by NWSB. Now, Megan and Joe, as we end this stream, we usually end it, our creative director, who is one of the best humans in the world, Adam Kleiner. Last week, his daughter had gotten married, and so he actually had put this episode of Art with Adam in a folder. I had no idea. So we will see. So he always connects Indiana to what he's drawing, and we never watch it ahead of time. So here's this week's episode of Art with Adam.
It's October, so we are going pink. We all know it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so I want to take a moment to highlight our own Angie Fenton. First, this is so much fun to do. I know Angie does not watch these before they air, which actually gave me this idea. But more importantly, Angie inspires, advocates, and empowers countless people every day. But sadly, we all know she is not the only one to have fought this devastating disease. Today, embrace those who have been through or going through this battle, and honor those who fought so incredibly hard but lost. And thank you, Angie, for not only being an inspiration to myself, but all of Southern Indiana.
Look at that surprise. I thought we might get a little tear going.
Wow. I'm going to let you end it, Adam. But, we truly don't watch that. Thank you.
Beautiful.
So I'll let you end it. Let's just remind people, IUS Fest. One more
IUS
time.
Fest, October 25th, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. I'll be out there. Come on out. Have a great time. We'll talk a little bit more about it on Ben at 10 coming up in about 14 minutes.
Thanks for joining us on Extol Unfiltered, caffeinated by NWSB.
Thanks for
Joe
being here,
and
guys.
Megan are sticking around.